Okay, so here, let me talk about this a little bit. At home, we have the keyboard at 28.5 inches, which is this line right here is 28.5 inches. The keyboard is 17 inches. So here you have a line, and here you have a line. So this is 18 inches. I put half an inch on each side so we can run the slide right here. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking is, we put that through here. I'm gonna put a counter here, and right there we connect the computer. And of course, you know what? I just thought about. I'm gonna have to look at home because
Power off.
I have some hard drives also plugged in and stuff. Yeah, so I might have to put one more set of plugs there, maybe two. Of course, I do have one like this at home, which you can just take and plug into that one. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
One and put it here.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Right now at home we have one of those. I'll just plug it in here and mount it on the wall, and everything else can go plugged into that. Yeah, that'll work. And then of course here we have the televator. We have a plug, and that's going to be for the TV and the power for the televator. Then that board right there goes here. It'll be across here, and then there'll be a counter on top, and then we have to dig a hole cut a hole for the TV to come through. But that I will do later, simply because I don't want the TV out here collecting a whole bunch of dust and stuff. So what we'll do is, once the shower is in, the bathroom is in, and the two walls are up, right? Once that is done, the rest will be very quick, because well, not as quick as I would like it to be, but it'll be fairly quick, because it's going to take a whole bunch of cabinets and stuff. So you know, here the shower, the bathroom will be here, then you have a washer dryer here, and then you have a cabinet here that'll hide all this in the back, and then you'll have a refrigerator here, and I'll have a freezer on this side. There'll be a cabinet there, a cabinet here, and then you're going to have the sink and the counter, and then you'll have a couch here, and here you'll have two reclining chairs with a little table thing in the middle. So yeah, then of course you'll have Woon's chair and my chair there, and that should be fairly quick. You know, the biggest thing is you know, run a few plugs in here. That's no big deal. We do have a few things we need to build here. We need to build a thing for the bottom to put all the wires and pipes and stuff in, and yeah, that's fairly quick. You know, so yeah. So once we get past here, I think it'll go fairly quick, unless something happens, you know, like usual, something happens and we can't get a hold of this or that or the other, and you know, whatever. But I think it'll go quick. But that's the plan, and I'm sticking to it until it changes. All right, we'll talk to you later. Hello, Woon.
Hi.
All right, so what are we doing?
We installed the
It's a keyboard under desk slide.
Uh-huh.
So we put this thing in here. We're gonna put the
keyboard.
We're gonna put the keyboard here. It'll have a top, and then it'll have a hole down here, so we can put the plugs down into that outlet right there. And right now, it binds a little bit, if you can hear it. And that is because when I bought this thing, I didn't think about flathead screws. So right now I've got round screws, and when you do slides, they need flathead screws. Now, I thought that the screws would get included into this slide business here, but there is no screws in this one. So
ขนยาวเลยนะดูเล็กก็ยาวโอ้ยฟัน You still connect with me
So I thought that the screws come with this thing here. No.
Disconnected. Pairing.
So I thought there was screws in here. But no, there's no screws in here. So I'm going to have to buy some flathead screws and then pull this thing back out and replace those round head screws with flat, so that when they go up sliding through there, they don't hit anything. Right now they're hitting a little bit, so yeah. So anyway, all I need now is to put a countertop here with a hole, and we considered granite and what's that, cordian? It's a hard surface, and for a 6 by 35 or something, 6 feet by 35 inches or something, it's about $1,000. If you go with granite for this little piece right here, it'll be about 18 to 22 pounds, which is a bit heavy. So we're just going to go with a butcher block type of thing and call it a day. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. Okay, the other thing we did is we put a little cover on this thing here, where the computer will sit in here for now. And I still haven't put a hole here for the wires to go down to that plug, but I'm going to have to decide how I'm going to do that. Now, here you have a piece of wood that sits underneath there. It'll be brad nailed from the bottom and it'll be brad nailed from the top, but I'm not ready to secure this thing down in place. But once I do that, I'll add a few more here on the perimeter, and yeah, it'll be ready to go. Yeah, we'll see what we do. But there it is. We can once we put the brad nails in there, technically we could put the computer here, and here you have the keyboard that slides out. Now, as I said before, all I had was round head screws. They actually take a flat head screw, and for some reason these slides here came with no hardware. So one of these times when I go to the store and I remember, I have to buy some that are flat head so that they don't hit the sides. But this one here will be okay. I mean, once you take it in and out, a whole bunch of times, it'll be worn into the lumber, and it'll create its own little track, and it'll be okay. Yeah. So the other thing I'm going to need to work on later is right here. It'll have a cover all the way to the bottom of this thing, and then it'll end right here at this wood, and then it'll have another one here, but that'll only go to the bottom of this, to the bottom of that, going across that way, and that's for all the pipes and water pipes and any wires, anything that I need to send back and forth. Now, back here, that right there, we need to connect the hydronic heater, which is another project in itself which we haven't done, but we'll get it done one of these times. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Okay, so there it is, guys.
Okay.
We're not gonna nail this to the top because I still need access to this thing here. But so it doesn't fall, keep falling in and stuff.
All right. Perfect.
But that's how it's gonna go. And then this here, like I said before, it's got the wrong screws. And come to find out, it did come with hardware.
Yep. You throw it away inside
But
there.
it's stuck. It's stuck way in here, and it's fitted to that corner, and it doesn't look like there's anything in there.
Yep.
And I took them out and threw them away, so those screws went out. So I'm gonna have to take those screws from here and put them in here, or just let it be.
Because
And it's starting to wear a groove. Starting to
you
wear.
don't want it too smooth, so
Yeah,
the
so
thing it can
actually
hang
it's,
on.
actually it's a blessing in disguise because it'll keep it from rocking in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, eventually I will put a little bit of trim here so it holds the keyboard from coming out this way, and it'll give you a place to grab this thing as a handle. Yeah. So this thing here, like I said before, will go down there, but we'll cut that later. And yeah. And what I've got to work on is I need to work on the hydronic heater, but this is what's holding us back. A month ago, I had this guy that was going to make me the metal where the hydronic heater goes, and he keeps saying, "Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost out," and that and that. And it's been a month, and he still hasn't done it. So we haven't installed that down there. But I'm not in too much of a hurry because I'm trying to do something with a hydronic heater that I thought Newell had done in one of the coaches, but come to find out, I called them and they said, no, we don't do that. So what I want to do is I've got a 38-gallon water heater over there. I want to connect that into the hydronic heater. And the reason for it is I want to connect that so the engine heats it up while you're going down the road. When you get to wherever you're going, you've got hot water, but eventually that hot water will cool down. So what will happen is if I connect it into the loop, as the water starts cooling down, either the electric if we're in an RV park or the diesel if we're out in the boondocks will heat up that and circulate it not only to the heaters but also to the water heater, and you'll have this thing has a water on demand, hot water on demand. So that hot water will keep that hot water hot, and it'll be a lot quicker because coming off the road you'll have 38 gallons of hot water that'll eventually cool off, but for hours it'll stay hot. And if you need hotter water, the hydronic heater will heat it up to the temperature it needs to be a lot quicker. Now, I haven't sat down to look at it, but I'm thinking that I am going to need an additional circulating pump to push that water out of the water heater and into the loop so that it goes and that's what it's supposed to do and all that, you know, but we'll see. I have to sit down and draw this thing up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the components, hook up some lines the way I think this should go, and then get a hold of Rich and Enterprises and see if they can help me out and tell me if that is possible for me to loop that into the hydronic heater. I know they're going to say, well, that defeats hot water on demand, but in my mind that's what I want to do, so that's what I want to do. And if it's possible, they'll tell me. If not, they'll say, no, you can't do it and you're crazy. And then I'm still going to try to do it. All right, So that's it for today. Yeah. Now, we were discussing at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Since it was so nice sitting here watching a movie,
Yep.
I think what we'll do is, as soon as this shower is done here, hopefully it'll be quick, we're going to bring the bed out
Mm-hmm.
and put it in here
Mm-hmm.
so that we can actually, it's actually turns into a couch and a
Yep.
bed.
Yep.
So we can sit on the couch or make it into a bed, take a nap.
Yep.
But it'll go here. And I think
Mhm.
that's what we're going to do. As soon as we can, we'll bring it out.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย